Yes,
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, yeah,
You don't?
it's true, but I don't know, dude. I don't like Trundle into high mobility comps and non-tanky comps. There's not a single tank on the Rats.
Whatever it is, Jankos would have the upper hand with the extra items. Bows!
Baus just goes down. First blood for Chachi. A lot of disrespect, and Chachi playing around the bushes well. Baus be able to sustain some of this with his passive, throws the silence down, looks for the knock-up. He's just trying to hold the wave away, but Jankos making his way over, able to clear out that wave in time. Baus hits level 6, doesn't get enough damage from the feast onto Chachi. As down he goes, Jankos secures the kill.
Very, very well played from NORD. I feel like the whole concept of don't gank for Baus, he's gonna die, but he's gonna come back. Right here, it's sort of irrelevant, because Jankos is ganking him on timers. Talking about timers, Velia.
They find the knockback. Velia, he's got the stun available for No Way, keeps him pinned in place. As that is one dead Syndra. Velia secures the kill.
Good punish right there. No Way overextended in a bush that wasn't his, ends up getting punished.
Just accept that this Trundle's going to be a menace, and they need to be faster around the rest of the map.
I feel like right here, on the Titanic Hydra spike, short waves, right? With QEW using the whole kit right there. It's pretty easy. Baus is stuck. He's stuck.
He's
Not
caught
like
in
this.
place. I believe he doesn't
chunky.
really have any backup. Velia has ultimate, but I don't think it's even worth it. He's putting some damage into the dog, though. Knockup goes wide. Jankos secures the kill and the feat of warfare for the side of NORD.
Wait, he's found Nemesis. He's gonna hit the Scatter of the Wicked. That's about it, but they're engaging on him.
They've used the Grand Starfall. Going to come over. They put the wall between. There's going to be the knockback. There's going to be the lockdown. Velia, the one to secure the kill again. It is getting a little bit dire. Chachi definitely looking quite strong here. Baus walks up, gets caught out. There's a pillar. There's a knockup available. Chachi's just looking to run Baus down. Catches him in the pillar. Baus feasts for a bit of extra health, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to another kill secured over to Chachi.
Anyone but that Cho'Gath is having a pretty good time, and I will say what all people will say about Baus, he'll come back. He's just playing the tank, you know. Eventually he will be a problem, and even if he's not, like, who cares? Chachi was gonna shred his defenses anyway with this Trundle, so he's just gonna be that nuisance on the side lane. Talk about nuisance on the side lane, we have hot dogs.
Yeah, well, he gets caught by the knock up the pillar, but Jankos jumps in. Baus, he has a bit of armor, but it's not gonna be enough. Jankos is on a killing spree. Chachi.
But these are so unavoidable. Like, if you look at the wave, he's pushing towards No Way, and No Way ends up overextending again. I feel like the Los Ratones have really pinned down that one lane that they can actually abuse to grab some kills back.
They're partially upgraded through the feats.
You know what? I just realized that NORD team spikes so well on 2 items for every single one of their champions. So I feel like if they can actually manage to snowball that early game, they could win out super hard if they can get to push. Chachi's gonna go into Baus mode, and he's gonna be the one proxing. Here's the diving bot.
They're attacking bot. Inax is low. He gets bot back, and I think that's enough for Crownie to secure the kill. Nice pick up there from the side of NORD. They should be able to finish this tower off, although Nash is actually being a bit of a menace. Get some damage off using the help of the tower. The problem is top side. We probably want to be looking up there because Chachi has now joined up with Baus. So this tower's under threat, but top lane Baus is going incredibly low.
He's cleared out the way.
Chachi, Subjugate's already been used. Baus, don't think he's going to be long for the Worlders. There's Chachi securing the kill, and that will probably be a second tower for the side of NORD.
But look at them over in the bot lane. Baus died knowing that Chachi was taking that trade on him, but he pushed out this wave, which means that Chachi now has to wait for the next wave to push out so then he can take that tower. And the first tower has already dropped down bot lane for Los Ratones as Nemesis trades out positively right here into Jankos' Nafiri.
If they can bait NORD into a fight, then maybe they don't want to be taking. Ultimates are up on everyone here for the side of Los Ratones, including that feast on the Baus, so it can be quite hard to secure. Velia going to be able to pick up the Grud. NORD, are they looking to go for the fight a little bit further? They are chasing forwards. They get a scatter off on the Baus, but I think that's going to be all they can achieve.
Yeah, I feel like Los Ratones right here saw No Way down the bot lane. He had super low mana, so they knew he'd have to reset first and then TP in the fight if he chose to TP for that fight. Was the case later on, but right here, I feel like NORD are playing Spectator mode!
Nash has been caught. Crownie's putting the damage in. The ultimate's pretty big for Nash to keep him going for the moment, but Nemesis will be shut down by Jankos. Velia's on the backline. They're able to take out Nash. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but Velia's incredibly low. In comes the ultimate from Jankos. A great block with the E, and in comes the Monsoon to keep him going. Crownie flashes forwards. One more auto is all he's going to need. Can't find the reset. Los Ratones fire back.
And they're gonna pop that Rift Herald over in the mid lane as well. This is gonna be mid lane tower guaranteed for Los Ratones. Gold's still about 1,500, but primarily all this gold is sitting in Chachi's pocket, who's all the way up the top lane.
Side. As the dragon spawns up, Nemesis and Chachi both have teleport. In comes the True Shot Barrage. Knockup doesn't hit onto anyone and bounces low. Silence is not going to be enough. Inax secures the kill. Teleport from Nemesis. Making his way over. Chachi now going to be a little bit late to that punch on the teleport himself, but the man advantage is still NORD's. Velia, I don't think he wants to go for the hero play. Just going to throw a Q out, and it was damn close. I'll give it to him. It was damn close, but not close enough.
First in the river as well.
Yeah, they're going to look to start this one up. The problem is topside Chachi's killing Baus. He's able to take him down.
What?
Now forcing their way through. The Scan of the Weak hits. That's going to be the dragon secure, but the kill onto the ADC is absolutely decimating for the side of Los Ratones. They have to make their way out. They lose the tier 2. Chachi is into the base. Look at the attack speed on this guy. He's going to melt through towers. Chachi, he doesn't need minions. Down goes the inhibitor tower. Nemesis is coming over. King's Domain's up. Nemesis chases forward, gets the shuffle back. Chachi's trying to stay alive, but I think he will fall. The sustain is not there. Shut down to Nemesis.
I feel like this is the time if Los Ratones really want to be in the series.
He's caught. They're going for the chase. They found the ultimate on. The Qs are connecting. And Jankos will take the kill. That is going to be Baron for the side of NORD. There's no way Los Ratones can defend versus this.
This is unlosable.
Well, Chachi is going to test that Fury. Jumps into Baus's pocket. Has that subjugate. He's going to throw it down onto him. Baus is just being melted. Atakan has been secured. Baus finds the knockup on the Chachi, but he is already chunked. The slows are pretty big.
More than 2 members to actually take him down, and Velia might actually get surrounded right here. Doesn't have flash.
There's the pillar to keep him locked down. They're going to throw the dogs in. The knockup comes through, and that is one dead Velia, and that's the signal for Baron now. NORD! So much lifesteal. Jankos will make his way over, summon up a couple of extra dogs as we see a tower go down. I think that was a Zir tower, so nothing too major, but that would be Baron. You thought a Hull Breaker level 17 versus level 14 top lane is going to be a problem? He's now got Baron. He's about to ding level 18.
Takedown.
Yeah, he will be very easy to pick up as NORD looking to finish up this tier 2 on the bot side. Chachi will be pushing up mid side as well, as actually Crowny and Velia looking to jump in onto him. Still got that subjugate. Jankos, ultimate available. We'll just jump onto Crowny. Crowny buster shots him back. There's going to be the W from Jankos. He flashes forward. Reckless is trying to make himself in the area to save the day, but Velia has bought the ire of Chachi. As down he goes, we see Baus fall as well. Los Ratones lose 2 here. There goes the final tier 2. There's only 2 tier 3s left as Crowny forces Inax to shift away. Crowny's going to do a lot of damage. Onto him, Reckless is going to look for the slow with the Zephyr. Makes the connection. Crowny jumps forward. There's going to be the flash out from Chachi. He's actually losing a fair amount of HP. Crowny gets the resets off. That might be enough to find the kill. Crowny finds the dunk.
The jungle. They have no vision. They have no way of checking out vision. Velia, if you walk too far forward.
Velia, you can only go so far. They jump forward.
Wait!
It's shut down. Because there is a super wave making its way towards the base, and Chachi, I don't think Nemesis alone is going to be able to hold this one off. Los Ratones have to be so quick. Baus has a feast, though, so he can go for it. They're going to monsoon. They're going to heal back up. As this is a slow push forward. Jankos jumps into the pit. He steals the Baron. Jankos has done it. NORD flash away to safety. In comes the headbutt pulverize. And down goes Crowny. Los Ratones are falling apart at the seams. NORD rip them apart.
What a call right there from Jankos to dive into the pit and steal away the Baron. It is a 5 versus 3 for more than 40 seconds for Los Ratones, and they have to defend an entire base that will currently have only their Nexus tower standing after NORD have entered their base with 5 men.
No one expected this to be a 2-0. Let alone it being a NORD 2-0, but they are taking down the final inhibitor. Los Ratones, gods finally bleed. NORD just need to dot the I's and cross the T's to close this series out and knock Los Ratones into the lower bracket.
When it comes to Crowny and Nemesis, that Tristana and the Azir, hurt tremendously. So if you don't go back to base, reset, grab items, grab new wards, get more vision.
Dana gets. Gonna be a problem. Bounce is gonna get jumped onto. They're just gonna commit and full send it. Down he goes. Nowhere with the unleashed power. Secures the kill. He's trying his hardest, but early smite comes in from Jankos. They know it's not going to be contested. There's going to be the Baron. Soul now spawns up in 9 seconds, and Los Ratones have moved into the air. Remember, whoever secures this dragon does secure Soul. As NORD are going to step their way forward. There's a true shot barrage, goes a little bit wide. Los Ratones, they're going to secure Soul, but Jankos has to throw the W down. Baus has also joined into the fight. The pillar comes out. Crownie jumps over the wall, and Chachi's actually the one under fire. Los Ratones not done yet as they do chase forwards, but Baus is coming out. Jankos splashes into the pit, or into the bush. A little bit of a mistake. Chachi's inside the base, though. They're just going to stop the recalls. They're going to stop Los Ratones. Chachi onto the inhibitor. He's going to be able to take this one down. Nemesis is getting healed up by the Monsoon. That's going to be one kill picked up on the side of Los Ratones as Crownie is doing his best to put the damage down. Chachi joins into the fray, into the fight. Nemesis over the wall looking for Jankos, but Inax is able to take him down, and the resurrections are coming in. Baus is going low, but Crownie remains untouched. Baus will fall. Crownie slowed down. He gets a grand in his pocket, and now he's chasing forward. Crownie made the mistake. What a huge fumble from him. NORD are going to run into the base. They're going to close this series out. It was so tight towards the end, but they finally held on strong. They finally held on fast. Down go the towers. The Nexus will fall, and NORD 2-0 Los Ratones.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.